2024, back at it again with another banger. You gotta remember, in China we celebrate the Year of the Dragon in 2024. Well, I'm coining the Year of the Anime. These hits after hits coming out of Japan needs to have some more respect on their name. Undead Unluck, aka my nephew Undead Andy, is full of surprises and action. The concept of this anime is fresh with a classic comical hierarchy. They are setting the bar really high with this. Animes like Unlucky, Undead is the reason why I can't rank animes. Not to get too nerdy on y'all, but the exponential growth is using tactics in the past that accelerate tactics that you're currently using in the future. For example, if you never had the baseline of an iPhone 1, you would never have the iPhone 15, the iPhone X, and the iPhone 6s and things like that we have today. In regards to anime, Undead plays a huge role in that. We have constant battles, crazy story arcs, and loads of surprises. This anime starts out as a comedy, which you all know I'm a fan of. I love cheeky shit. Now, if y'all been following me for a while, Andy is that character. He is that perfect balance of action and comedy. He simply delivers. This is another character with an OP level rival, and is going to be up there with his greats. The gist of this whole entire series is that he cannot die. Andy can't be killed. Imagine living life so long, the only joy you get is flirting and teasing with little girls and running around naked. We're talking 18, 19-year-olds. Imagine, my man Andy is so forgetful that he tattoos his name and his date of birth on his chest. This is purely where Unlucky Andy shines. But along with the superstar, along with the shiner of the show, we have to have his counterpart. Every protagonist needs a lackey or an antagonist to pull them up and to make the show shine. That's where we made FUKO. Like I said, he's flirting with young girls. But FUKO, she's an 18-year-old gal who's been cursed with a hidden and unknown power. Another cool thing about this anime is they use their curses as gifts, and they do it very well. Let me explain. FUKO's curse is that anyone she touches, and the amount, the length, and the time that she touches them, they will get hit with some unluck. Hence the name Unluck Andy. Unluck Undead. The quote unquote, is a portion where this show truly thrives. You have your undead, you can't die. You have your unluck, bad luck. You have unjust, unmovable, unseen, you're invisible. You get it, right? With such a great premise, with the being the opposite and being the curse, but is really their gift, it takes a turn that the show starts out so lighthearted, but it ends up being very, very dark. So it's spoiler time. We learned that Andy has been living for over 200 years and he's seen some fucked up shit. With that being said, there's a council of 10 who are essentially the Guardians of the Globe, Galaxy, whatever. With their gifts, they protect the world and EV undoers or negators. And guess who's number one? That's right, Andy. We learned that Victor and Andy are the same person. However, Andy realizes that with all of his temporary deaths, every time he's been killed, every time the world's blown up, he has to lodge essentially a memory card inside of his mind that keeps Victor at bay. And with that lodging, he can be the go-lucky, happy character that we're introduced to. Without that, we get the demon, Victor. So even though Victor and Andy are the same thing, let's get one thing straight. When that memory card is dislodged, this man Victor goes straight Goku Super Saiyan 5 status. He is on demon time. When all of his memories over the last 200 years come back, he is filled with grief, pain, hatred, and he has only one goal: chaos. The characters involved are all good, and we get a little Interstellar and a little Inception when it comes to fruition. However, we get different iterations of the Table of 10. Andy being the number one suspect, Victor being the bad guy. It is crazy. Victor is pure chaos. He is pure destruction. After being hurt so many times, he wants to destroy the world so he can finally die. He is looking for the only thing that can truly kill him. He has had lover after lover, gang after gang, many centuries of friendships ended, and he is the only thing that survives. Victor wants chaos and pure pandemonium all over the world so he can finally rest with his death. And whenever we do get Andy, we get the full Table of 10. We get the full Guardians action. We got Juiz, we got Billy, we got Tatiana, Shin, and the rest of the guys. Juiz, which we get a little more backstory on her later on, is the leader. And she also has the golden nugget. This is the only thing that Andy and Victor will fear. She has this artifact called the Ark, and essentially it is a time traveling device. Victor, at some point in his true form, after dying time after time, like I said, goes pure nuclear and he blows up the world. Well, Juiz with her Unpower, aka Quirk, shout out to My Hero and all the guys over there. Be sure to check out that video too. But anyways, with Juiz's quirk, she's able to slow time enough to save her and Andy, aka Victor. She's been doing this for decades and decades, and the stress is truly leading her towards a cliff. Oh yeah, spoiler. Animes are simply too damn good. And with the scale and beautiful artsy style with all these animes coming in at the winter of 2024, we kind of get an old school look with the sketchy and rigid cutscenes here and there in Undead, Unluck. There's so much more with the villains and some deep finds, but you'll have to tune in for it, so I don't want to spoil everything for y'all. I was surprised at how much I truly enjoy this anime, especially the ending. Within 24 episodes, we were able to balance out 12 characters, and it wasn't overwhelming. This is easily could have went on for 30 plus episodes. Season 2 will be a continuation, but it's nothing crazy. You can watch Season 1 and forget about it, and then you're going to pick up very easily with Season 2. Again, you know I love to kind of give you all a time frame. I finished 24 episodes in about 3 weeks. I took it kind of slow because I'm balancing with some My Hero Academia and some Bungo Stray. It's fun. It can definitely be a background anime or it can be a deep dive. One thing I will definitely say, unless you absolutely have to watch it and sub, don't. You have to watch it that way. Dub is simply not an option. That's the review. That is Unluck Undead. It's DT Burdett. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment below. We're like 190 plus subs. We're knocking on 200. You know what to do. Tell me below if you've watched this and tell me why. The spring has some straight competition because winter 2024 is starting us off with a bang. Till next time.